This video is brought to you by Recurrent, an essential EV tool that gives free access to TFL EV viewers in the US. With Recurrent, EV shoppers can check range and battery info on used cars. EV owners can connect to compare their range and battery health to similar vehicles. And EV sellers can use Recurrent to get more money for their sales. With Recurrent, we can find, drive, and sell electric cars positively. Click on the link in the description below to get free access to Recurrent's amazing EV tools.
Andre, when I met you, didn't you own an Audi A6?
Yeah, that was a 2005 model with a V6 engine. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah, that was when Audis were cool and happening. Well, here we have the new E6, except there's a twist. This
what's
is
that?
the e-tron.
Wow, it looks way different than any other A6 that I've ever seen.
So in this video, we're going to do this just in review, and we're going to try to figure out if the new all-electric Audi A6 e-tron is as good as your old A6, or is it an overly complicated software-defined new wave electric car that many people can't stand? So we're going to try to answer that.
Yes, but you know what else? Audi also sells a regular A6 that's more traditional and has combustion power. So this is just another addition in their lineup.
Recently, Andre, I got to drive the Porsche Macan EV, or Macan EV, and that is built on the same chassis as this. So it's an all-new architecture for the Volkswagen Group, which Audi and of course Porsche are a part of.
But not the same size. It's the platform that's similar. Yeah.
But what you get is more modern battery technology. So this has a 100 kilowatt hour battery, and get this, it has 800 volt charging, which is quicker and faster. Audi says from 10 to 80%, about 21 minutes.
Yeah, that means about 270 kilowatt speed, right?
Yeah, top speed.
Which is near the top out there, but not the highest, not the fastest charging that we have seen.
Remember when we owned the Hummer EV?
Yeah.
I saw 368 on that once.
Yeah, kilowatts. So this is about 270, but still very good performance for charging and the battery.
Yeah, so you know, like the Porsche Taycan, like some of the other Volkswagen Group vehicles, it has now a much more modern all-electric architecture. So the question I have, and this is a silly question, but let's start with that, does it have a frunk?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Because to me, if it has a frunk, that kind of is indicative of the fact that they've actually engineered something that is not, you know, usually if there's no frunk, it's just kind of ugly and you see a lot of orange cables. Let's see what you see under here. Let's see what you see under here. Let's see how long it takes Andre to figure out how to open. There we go. He did it.
Wait a minute. It's not very big.
Yeah, but it has one.
Yeah, it has one. I mean, I could put my laptop, maybe a little briefcase in here, but not, you won't be able to put a lot in here. Maybe your mobile portable charger cable.
You know, I always forget about the frunk, but whenever I do have it, I really appreciate it. I'll tell you why. So I was coming back with our long-term Corvette C8, which also has a frunk.
Yes.
And I bought a bunch of chocolate bars.
Yes.
And I put them in the back.
Whoa.
Why are you disassembling the car, Andre?
I want to see what's under here.
Don't disassemble the car.
No, it's not disassembling. Look, this is a 12 volt.
I was telling you a very captivating story, and you start taking the car apart.
Okay, tell me about your chocolates.
They melted in the back of the Corvette because all the heat was back there.
Oh.
And with the frunk, if I had put my groceries here, the chocolates would have been fine. And now the bottom of the chocolate bar is like 2 inches thick and the top is like 2 millimeters thick. I ruined my chocolate bar.
Okay, but in this car, you would not ruin your chocolate.
Well, it wouldn't get hot. It doesn't have an internal combustion engine, does it?
Look, this is insulated too, so your chocolate will be fine in this compartment.
Now, the other thing that makes this car unique is back here. Come on back here, Cole.
It's a Sportback.
Exactly right. Andre just said it. This is a Sportback. So we used to call them coupes, I think, once upon a time, or if you're British, coupes.
Yeah.
But this is the Sportback. And the question I'm asking myself is, does the Sportback actually have a spare tire?
Or how much space does it have? Actually, space looks amazingly big. You know, very large trunk. Let me look under here.
Looks like it's got a 40-40-20 fold.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Under there.
No spare, dude.
No.
Really?
So this is another time we can talk about our new sponsor, Modern Spare.
Exactly.
They make spares, maybe not for this car, but for all sorts of cars that have either no spare or just, fix a flat.
Yeah.
And that is a really great thing for peace of mind, because if you like puncture the side wall of your tire, you ain't gonna fix it with fix a flat.
No, exactly. And Modern Spare is it's an engineered solution, right? So they make sure the offset is correct, the wheel and tire work together for all the weight. Actually, these electric vehicles are heavier now
Very
than
heavy.
ever before. So that Modern Spare is really engineered for that.
Now, the one thing I remember the Macan had, I think this has the same thing, it has 2 charging ports.
Oh.
Let me show you. So there's one on this side, and I don't like this. Remember I was saying, is it software defined? This is just an...
It's power.
It's powered, but this powered is a solution, in search of a question, right? You don't really need a powered one. It's gonna break, it's gonna make it more likely to not work.
I'm thinking like a winter time where this is cased in snow.
Yeah.
What's going to happen then?
All right, let's
In
see
ice?
what's on the other side. Does it have the NACS, in other words, the North American Charging Standards, or is it still CCS? And the answer is
No.
CCS.
Yeah, the answer is no.
Yeah.
So this is a more of a DC fast charging also capability here, and this is the way you would get 270 kilowatt charging
Max
speed into
yeah.
this.
Yeah, and of course we haven't done a charging test, so we don't know what the charging curve looks like. But the Audi Group products, including the Macan, including the Taycan, they tend to charge very quickly. In fact, some of the fastest in the industry.
Yeah, but you said 21 minutes, right? Which means it's probably a flat curve, because it's hard to achieve that time if that charging curve was peaky.
Andre, how tall are you?
I'm about 6'3", almost 6'3".
Well, do you fit in the back seat?
Let's see.
That is a question
Well,
that people are asking.
I used to fit in my old A6 pretty nicely, and let me look if I can fit into this older, newer car. I do.
Yeah, enough headroom?
Yeah, but you know what? Look at my feet, Roman. My feet don't have quite enough space under here, but my knees have space, and my head has space. So it's not the ultimate comfortable back seat.
Well, you're always going to pay a price for style, right? And the style here is a Sportback design, so that's why you're a little bit limited on headroom, Andre.
But if you're a little bit shorter...
Don't close it. We'll have Cole get back there, and we'll jump
Oh,
inside.
actually,
Yeah?
hold on. Let's not jump back there.
It doesn't. Oh, it does. Soft close. I was wrong. Does this
See?
one soft close too?
It better?
Whoa, that's
See,
luxury.
Now that is luxury.
All right.
And also it says the name of the car right here. So you cannot mistake it for anything else.
See, Audi was very proud of that when I went on the launch of the crossover, not the
Yeah.
Sportback. They were talking about how they etched into the
Do you want to show
B-pillar.
your door controls? This is quite interesting.
This is weird. So we've got these haptic controls over here, but up here, if you look on the passenger side, this is where the lock switch would be. But on this side, they put it into this weird haptic control. I don't quite understand why they did that. Why they just couldn't leave regular buttons up here. It's kind of weird.
It is. It seemed like they wanted to provide more functionality here, but that means removing some other buttons.
I mean, I hate haptic controls, so I'm not really, super excited by that, because it's one panel and the chance of hitting the wrong button are pretty easy. I'm going to sound like a grumpy old man, but I'm getting tired of software-defined cars, Andre. I'm really getting tired. Having said that, there's a lot of screen here. In fact, there's a screen for you as well.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, look at that. Let me start it up, and it'll probably jump to life.
It will jump to life.
A lot of beeping.
I like the 4 rings. Traditional Audi. It's outlined.
So,
oh, look.
Audi.
I do have a screen.
Audi used to have a 3-screen setup, so there was
Yeah.
one there, one there, one there. Now we have this massive curved screen.
Yeah.
And no screen right here. But haptic controls, funky transmission. We have, thank God, a regular volume knob, and then more haptic controls on the steering wheel. Like I said, I'm getting a little tired of. Is that what you were looking for, Cole?
Oh yeah, there was a little bit of sound coming from
Thank
the
you.
stereo.
I am getting
Thank
a
you, Cole.
I'm getting a little tired of computer software
So,
defined
Roman,
cars.
I can tell you the current weather using the screen.
You know what you didn't
I-
do?
what?
Close the hood.
Oh, I didn't do it properly?
Apparently not. You tell them about this screen, and I'll go close the hood.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. You keep going.
Okay, I also have. Well, now the car is off because you stepped away.
Well, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Bang & Olufsen stereo system. We also have this amazing.
Andre,
Yes.
I slammed it real hard.
Okay, good.
I gave it a good push.
Good.
It turned off, huh? That's annoying. Why wouldn't it just stay on?
Well, because it thought you were leaving.
See, software-defined cars.
Yeah,
They
'cause
just do things that I don't want them to do. All right, we're back.
We're back. Is it now happier?
It's happier.
It is
yeah.
happier.
Yeah.
So Roman, I was saying, first of all, Bang & Olufsen stereo system is here. This is the prestige model of the A6 Sportback. I can tell you the weather. Roman, I can also monitor your driving because I have this little, can you see that? This little vehicle that I can see if it's rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, how the power is distributed. I can also see your state of charge, so I can kind of coach you on driving.
All right, why don't you do this? Make sure when I get going that the wheels are turning, and if they stop turning, you tell me, Andre. That's a very important thing.
See, I have green.
So,
it says it's turning in the rear.
This is a Quattro, of course, so that's why we have
front and rear.
Right. Do you want to show them this? That's
Yeah, this is
cool.
sweet.
Okay, check that out. Look at that.
Oh. It goes
the other way
opaque, or you could see everything through it.
Yeah, these
That's a cool.
I think it's photochromatic. Roofs are becoming really popular, and I like that.
It's a cool luxury feature.
Yeah, it's a good look. I don't love the fact that there's no real controls for HVAC, unfortunately, but we do have different drive modes. So you can do balance, dynamic, comfort, efficiency. I like comfort. And you can also change the height of the suspension. So we do have active height suspension. Just a lot of information here, Andre. I like this kind of modern steering wheel. I especially like the fact that it's round. Thank you, Audi, for not making it
so it's not a squircle.
Yeah, really appreciate that. But one of my favorite things of all, and I'm a sucker for color, is this color combination. I like this kind of dark blue with this cream interior. It looks very modern.
So the exterior is called plasma blue metallic.
Okay.
Right, and the interior is pearl beige. So, yeah, nice combo.
All right, here's a question for you.
Yes.
How do I turn down the fan? There. So it's also buried. There we go. That's how you turn down the fan.
There you go.
And then exit out, and then we should go back to...
Do you want to do a little acceleration?
Sure, but remember that's a 20-mile-an-hour curve. So if we get there very quickly...
Well, this is an electric car.
Okay, so I'll put it in dynamic.
So this should be quite quick. This is, what, about 450 plus horsepower. This is the basic A6.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Whoa! Actually, my head went backwards.
Yeah, it's not crazy. It's not that, neck snapping quick.
It's not crazy, but it's still quick.
It's still quick. I actually find it to be a good mix of, the right speed without scaring your passengers and making people car sick.
Yeah.
So that's very good. Now I've got it in comfort mode, and it does have a very good ride. The steering is completely dull and null and uncommunicative, like all modern steering, unfortunately. I'm doing a lot of classic car videos, and we have completely forgotten about road
feeling through the steering wheel.
It's all just electric, and it's all just it goes where you pointed, but there's no sense that there's anything connected between me, my brain, the steering wheel, and the wheels. It's kind of, there's a giant pillow in between all that.
This is also supposed to have an augmented reality heads-up display.
It does. I can see that. It's really cool. And actually, I can see it with my polarized glasses,
Really?
which is unusual. Make sure the wheels are turning, Andre.
It is. Now both the front and the rears are being powered.
All right, you tell me if they stop turning. That would be bad. That's good. That's really good, actually.
It is good. And I can see regen. Now you're putting power back into the battery.
I've always been a kind of a skeptic of these passenger screens.
Yeah.
But I kind of like it. Unfortunately, I can also see it. I wonder if you put it in movie mode. If you decide to watch, say, some YouTube videos,
yes.
Where would you watch them? What's a good place to go? All TFL, right?
Alltfl.com. That would be a great place to start.
That'd be a really great place because there's 8 YouTube channels there of automotive content, including TikTok, Facebook, and our newest podcast, Cars.
Exactly.
Oh, now I can't see it. What'd you do?
Oh, I went to YouTube.
Oh, I can't see it at all.
Really?
How cool is that? Cole, can you see it from there?
There's nothing on there.
Okay, now go back, get out of YouTube, and see if it lights up again. Okay, now can you see it?
Yeah.
Hold on.
See, now it's gone. I
You
can't
cannot
see
see this application cannot be loaded?
No, I can't see anything. It's just gone
Interesting.
black. Yeah, that's cool.
Interesting.
Look at that. That is some cool-ass technology there.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of competition, this competes with... what does this compete with?
Well, so...
I just completely blanked out.
No. So we have to talk about price, and that kind of will point us in the right direction, right? Because this price of this special prestige model, this is the Quattro once again, which is all-wheel drive, is $77,200, $240 right here. And by the way, the range of this car is about 333, according to this. And if this was a rear-wheel drive only, you can get more range because that would be a slightly lighter car. That would be about 370 miles. So really good range. Price is about 77. So I would say this is kind of like a base Lucid Air, maybe.
Yeah, or
right?
maybe a base Taycan.
Maybe a base Taycan.
Yeah.
There's also like the Model S,
Yeah.
of course. So we're talking about larger sedans, maybe slightly crossover-ish hatchback sedans that compete against this.
Well, thank you for doing that, Andre. I appreciate it. You know, I gotta say it's kind of a mixed bag. First of all, I feel like at over 300 miles of range, you're getting to the point where this is actually doing better than the internal combustion engine version.
Exactly, and if you combine fast charging with that range number, 330, you now have something, right? You have something interesting that you could travel easily across country.
If you had an X.
Yes.
If you had the Tesla. Are you locked in, Cole? Must have child locks on. There you go. It's a little hard to get in and out of, isn't it, in the back? It's a little tough.
It's because of the sport back roof.
Yeah, it's got a very low kind of center of gravity, which is good for handling, but not great for your hip line when you're getting in and out of it. I would say, Andre, it's a mixed bag.
So Roman, I want to like this car, but I think one thing is kind of stopping me is that the styling is not special Audi. I mean, I see the Audi badging.
I think that lights up in the front and in the back.
Yeah, this is kind of cool, but this reminds me of some other brands, you know, where you have a DRL. I know it's really fancy. You can configure this. The main headlamp is down here, but it reminds me of some other vehicles, not just Audis.
I think that there's a little bit of like Hyundai maybe, or even Kia.
General Motors maybe.
Kia maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
It does. You're right. Once upon a time, Audis were the it brand, right? It was where Tesla is or was at in terms of, you know, youthful and kind of what you aspired to if you wanted a cool, badass car. This is a little pedestrian in some ways. You're right. It looks like, I mean, I kind of feel like the Germans have taken the bar of soap, the used bar of soap approach, whether it's the EQ series for Mercedes or whether it's the new Audi
e-trons.
Yeah. They just made it too aero and not enough, you know, definition in terms of styling. Like if I saw this going down the road, obviously if these 4 rings are lit up, I know it's an Audi, but without that, if you got rid of that, you know, what brand is this?
It could be a different brand.
Yeah, what
almost.
is it? Yeah, so like I say, it's a mixed bag. Comfortable ride, nice color combination, good interior, too much technology, I think, and kind of bland styling.
But really good electrical performance.
Yeah.
Electrical performance is really good.
Yeah, I think the Germans are getting kind of into electric vehicles, and for a long time they have just hated doing electric vehicles because they spent 100 years developing the internal combustion engine, or more than that actually for Mercedes.
Yeah.
So yeah, just in time for, you know, that wave to be breaking on the rocks of people who hate electric vehicles.
Exactly.
All right, guys, head on over to alltfl.com for more news, views, and what, Andre?
Real world reviews, and we're going to be putting this car through some more testing. So this is kind of this just in, right?
Yeah.
This is our first impression.
Should we take it up Red Cone? No.
We could do Loveland Trials maybe.
We could do Loveland Trials, yeah.
Which is our kind of electric vehicle test.
We'll see you guys next time. Ciao.